So that new Klonoa game is out this week. What's it called? Where is it now? Oh yeah, Phantasy Reverie Series. Is it any good? I don't know. Probably. I haven't played it. But regardless, it's amazing nostalgia bait for me. So I'm gonna make a model of it. Today you find me faced with an earth-shattering problem of universal proportions. I really like using Super Sculpey Firm. This stuff is the biz, man, but I'm running out of it. On the other hand, I still have a lot of this stuff. Fimo Soft. This stuff isn't so good. It's hard to sculpt, hard to shape, and picks up ridiculous amounts of fluff and hair. But since I'm really tight and don't want to spend out on ordering any more Super Sculpey, we find ourselves where we are today. So up to this point, we've made a little armature using armature wire to give the model a bit of structure before covering it in some black clay. Now we're on to making the details for the trousers and the belt. Now again, you've got to be careful with Fimo Soft because it's soft and it can squish easily under your warm fingers, leaving all kinds of unsightly, nasty fingerprints. But once we've given Klonoa his little tail and his big Kingdom Heart boots, we move on to the hands, or gloves. And for these we will use Super Sculpey because it's much more firm and easier to shape little digits with. Now for his shooty ring thing that he uses to grab the enemies, I'm going to use an actual ring I found laying about. But if my wife asks where her engagement ring has gone, you haven't seen it. But after a bit of modification, laying a new green fake diamond into it, Klonoa's enemy sucking device is ready, and we place it into his right hand. And with that out of the way, we move on to painting the gloves. And for all our painting today, we're going to use Vallejo miniature model making paints. Just don't do what I did and forget to prime the model before putting light coloured, or in this case yellow, paints on. That way you'll avoid having to coat it in about 6 coats of paint before it's opaque enough. But with that out of the way, it's time to move on to Klonoa's huge noggin. And I've stolen this head making method from Kiart, which is an excellent sculptor YouTuber. And they make some really awesome Sonic models, among other things. I'll leave a link to their channel down in the description. Now, I love Klonoa. Well, specifically, I love the parts all the way up to the first boss, because when I was a kid, all I had was the demo disc to play. And the demo ended at the end of the first boss, but I must have played that demo about 1,000 times. I know the music, the audio cues, inside out. I love that game, so I'm really looking forward to playing the whole game and the second one. I just hope it doesn't turn out like Sonic Origins. Ouch. Speaking of suckage, I hate this head sculpt. Back to the drawing board with that one. But before that, let's do the base. Okay, let's have another go at doing the head sculpt. Fimo soft.
You're out of here! What?
Super Sculpey firm. Never leave me again. So after spending a couple hours making what I hope would turn out to be a slightly better version of the head, it was time to move on to making his crazy wing ear things. Now, leave your comments down below. What do you think? Is Klonoa a cat or a rabbit? Or some kind of freakish crazy combination of the two? It's one of those big life questions and I'd love to know the answer. And with that, all that was left to do was to paint the head, put on a few more details, and then it could come off of the workbench and go into the lightbox. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you and well done. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, even though you could be arguably doing a lot better things with your time. As usual, if you did like the video, please click that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions for me for how I could improve or what I could make next, please leave a comment down below, and I promise to at least read them. So until next time, cheers and have a good one.